What's going on, everyone? It's Corey here from the Breakevens, giving you another AFL Supercoach video today. And today's a little bit different. Yes, we had the January news update a couple of days ago. We had Tom DeConning back with the player profiles. Today, we're doing the rookie dump. What's the rookie dump? No, it's not a big turd of rookies. I mean, it sort of is, but the rookies aren't turds, right? So basically, I came up with a list of players that I wanted to do player profiles on this preseason. I had 95 videos to do and only 64 days. And I'm there going, that's like three videos a day. I don't have the time to record, edit, thumbnails, get all the data, everything for like that. So I was like, how can I make it a little bit easier on myself? Boom, rookie dump. So I think it's about 15 names here of rookies that are Supercoach relevant. I just didn't see doing a full video on them beneficial. So we're all going to put them in the one and just go through them just very quickly. Before we get into that, though, if you missed any of the other videos that I have posted this preseason, make sure you go check them out and like and subscribe to the channel. You can find me on X at BreakevensPod and on Facebook, the Breakevens, for all AFL Supercoach content, news, everything. It's all there. If you want to join the Breakevens AFL Supercoach League, it's open for everyone. It's an unlimited league. To join, 266136. Again, 266136 to join. Try and get 200 people in there. So make sure you get in. Don't miss out. All right, let's get into this rookie dump. So up first, we've got Jackson Pryor from Essendon, 169k defender. His best average was 51.5 in 2022. Obviously, he's just come over from Brisbane to the Bombers. He has struggled for games in the past. I just think, that Brisbane Lions side, so strong for so many years, hard for him to break in his position, that defender role. They've already got like a Starcevic and Andrews, a Gardner. They're already there, so he didn't really get a look in. Then on like the halfbacks, you got your Leicesters, your McKennas, your Colemans, you got your Zorkos, your Wilmots. So hard for him to get in. So he has struggled for games, but I believe he will play for Essendon. I think he's best 22, maybe. We know Jordan Ridley's gone down with a hamstring, so he probably just goes straight in anyway. Do I think he's a good option? I think he's a 60 sort of averaging guy at best, 169k. He's going to be a plain body, but you're paying up for a 60. There's probably cheaper options if I'm being honest. Josh Gibcus from Richmond, 153k defender. He's coming back off an ACL. He will miss round one. They have said they're going to take it very slow because he's one of those generational players for them. He's such a good reader of the ball, such a good intercept defender. So they're going to take it easy. So he could miss the first half of the season. They might be like, you know what? Just take it easy. We'll work on getting that strength game, that confidence up, and then we'll let you play. So his scoring is very good. He has averaged 53 before. But I believe there's an injury game in there. We know he can bump out a 70 to 75, potentially higher here and there, but you're probably looking around a 70. I think he could be a great downgrade target when he comes into the side, but probably not to start. Caleb Smith from Richmond, 121k defender. He's looking to take that Rioli role. He's been training there a little bit, but they've got Jaden Short there. mature body guy, big kick. They know he can kick. So does he take it instead? Probably. He averaged 25 in 2022, but it was completely sub affected. Is he best 22? I think he's a sub, if I'm being honest. Um, he's either sub or plain twos. Um, he has been doing really well in match sims, though, playing that um, dis- distributor role. So look, there is a world where he does start, but I don't think so. At 121k, he's probably a sub risk anyway. Riley Bice, 113k defender. 2024 draft. He's a mature ager. He has been impressing. He's that bigger bodied guy. Is he best 22? I'm going to say no, just because Ben Patton has looked a lot better. And obviously, he's got that experience under his belt coming over from St Kilda. So I think he's got the nod above, just ahead of Riley Bice, but he is someone to keep an eye on because at 113k, if he averages 60, you are laughing at 150k profit there. So keep an eye on Riley Bice. Nathan O'Driscoll, 198k midfielder, from Fremantle. In 2022, he averaged 64.1. Had some big games as well, but playing on the wing, you get those inconsistencies. It's been a bit injury prone as of late, so that is something to keep in mind. He is looking good though, and looks to be on that attacking wing. Is he best 22? I'm going to say yes. So keep an eye, because at 198k, you want a decent average. There might be cheaper options, if I'm being honest. Ed Allen is next from Collingwood, 194k mid, an average of 60 in 2024, and he had that big game at the end of the season. I believe he got like 135 or something. So he showed he can play. Tom Mitchell is out at the moment with, I believe it's an ankle or an Achilles or something. So this is going to help Ed Allen. He is impressing, but I do think he's a sub risk. Do I think he's going to start? Probably not. I think he will get games during the season, but will it be consecutive games, or will it be a game here, game there? Probably most likely. So, look, if he's named on field, not as sub, in round one, then definitely jump on him. The good thing with Collingwood is they have a round zero game, so we might be able to see how he goes. And if he plays well and he continues that form on, then I can see a reason to start him. Next is Harvey Langford, 181k midfielder from Melbourne. This guy is looking good. Is he best 22? Undecided. They highly rate this guy. His pressure, his will on the ball. It's all great. Him and Xavier Lindsay, who I'll get to very soon, they're both fighting probably for the same spot. There is a world where they both play, but one of them will be a sub. And I think that will probably be more Lindsay than Langford, but you never know. They're both playing well. Langford is definitely someone to have on your watch list. Next is Leo Lombard, 167k midfielder from Gold Coast. Talk about big body guys. This guy's an absolute beast. He can play in mid. He can play in defense. He's very versatile. Is he best 22? At the moment, it's hard to say. They do have a stacked midfield. They have a stacked defense actually as well now, because they got Noble and Rioli in there. So if he does play, he probably is a sub risk. And his role is so unknown. He might be put on a wing. He might be put up forward. We're just unsure. But keep an eye on him, because he's a big bodied guy who likes to throw his weight around. So maybe Took Miller gets pushed out a little bit, and Lombard comes in as that like defensive style midfielder. Next up is Angus Sheldrick, 161k midfielder. He averaged 60 in 2023 before just being out of favour a little bit. That Sydney midfield, it's stacked. They've lost Parker, so does he take the Parker role? There is a world where I see that happening. He's super talented. They do rate him. Cox is a new coach. Is he going to go this young guy? I think he's a chance. I'm not going too selecting because I feel like he could be a sub risk. Most of these guys are sub risks, and that's why I haven't done a video purely just on them individually. But they are, options for us to look at because they all can score well on their day, and Angus Sheldrick is someone who can score high and consistently. Xavier Lindsay, I touched on a little bit earlier, 158k mid from the D's. He's impressing. I think he's probably just ahead of Langford at this moment in time. Is he best 22? As I said, they're probably fighting for the same spot, and he probably is a sub risk. So keep an eye on him. If he's there, not as a sub, he could score very well for us. Neil Erasmus, 119k mid forward. It's a contract year for Neil Erasmus. Huge talent. They're going to want to sign him off. He had a 42.6 average in 2023, mainly playing as a forward. He hasn't really had that chance to play midfield. You look at their midfield over the years, Brayshaw, Sarong have always been there. Fife's run through. Will Brodie had that season where he went absolutely nuts. They've got Bolton in this year, who's probably going to take some mid minutes. So it's hard to see what Erasmus's role is going to be. How much mid time is he going to get? Is he even best 22, or is he just a sub? At 119k, he is a lot of value. He just needs that role, and it's hard to see if he's going to get that or not. Next up is Reece McInnes, 200k forward from Collingwood. He's playing in defence, looks to be trying out for that Nathan Murphy role. At this point of time, I think Billy Frampton probably has the spot ahead of Reece McInnes, but McInnes is a young guy. He's shown in spurts that he is a talent. And apparently it's all good from what he's doing behind the ball. So if a Frampton or someone goes down, he could definitely go in and be serviceable. But to start at 200k, you really want an 80 plus average, and I don't think he can give us that. Next is Tom Lynch at 183k as a forward. He's looking strong. He's looking fit. If he can stay fit, all we need is just one game where he goes ballistic, and we're on a ride for 150, 200k. He's got a high upside because his ceiling is massive. We know he can pump out a 160 plus, but he does have a low floor. And what that means is, yes, he can get 160, but he can also get like a 20 or a 30 as well. Richmond aren't a great team, so the ball's not going to be in their forward line a whole lot. But when it does go in there, they're probably going to target him because it is a young forward line. And he has had injury history, which has stopped him, hence why it's 183k. But I think he's definitely someone to look at. Sam Powell-Pepper, 180k forward. Talking about injuries, this guy's copped it as well. They've come out and said he's going to play pure forward. His highest average was 78.4 in 2018. Seeing that he's pure forward, I think he's an avoid. He's going to average you, that probably 65 to 70. I just think there's cheaper options that can do the same or better. So I think Sam Powell-Pepper is a massive avoid, and Joe Berry is looking good. So that's someone who I do want to touch on. 140k forward from Port Adelaide, Joe Berry. impressing. He's playing that high half forward role, so he's pushing up onto the wing into the contest, working back, kicking goals. He's got good tackling pressure. Definitely someone to look out for. I think he does play round one. Next up is Dan Curtin, 158k forward. This guy, he can play forward, he can play midfield, he can play defense. He's looking fit, he's looking strong, he's looking explosive. I have seen footage of him playing midfield, and he looks like an absolute bull. We've seen up forward, yes, it's not the best role, but he is somewhat serviceable up there. And we have seen him in defense. He's that intercepting guy, reads the ball really well. He's good by foot. Is he best 22? I think he is. I think he starts. Is he a sub? I don't think he will be a sub. He's not that impact player. He's just that guy that's going to fix your problem going into the game. I don't think he will be the sub because he doesn't have that dash. He's strong. Yes, he can use his feet. He reads the game well, but he's not that, short, sharp impact guy. So Dan Curtin is definitely someone to keep an eye on. And finally got Jacob Constantine, 119k forward, mature AJ. He's come over from Sydney looking for more game time. He had his first run the other day with North Melbourne, and he looked good. Is he best 22? I think he can offer them something, definitely. But I wouldn't say he's locked into that 22. He could even be, a sub. I do think he will definitely get games this year. It's just, is that round one? What does he average? He's probably going to be that 60 to 65 guy who might, chuck out an 85, 90 here and there. But he's definitely someone to keep an eye on. So that is all the rookies I had written down. Is there any rookies that I may have missed? If there is, let me know in the comments below, and I'll give you my my thoughts. One I have missed is Harry Boyd. I'll quickly go through him now. Actually, 99k ruck from St Kilda. Came joint winner in the Sandford Best and Fairest last year. Averaged 159 Super Coach points. Tap work, insane. He's a big boy. He knows his ruck craft very well. Looks like Ross Lyon might be leaning towards a 2-ruck system. Marshall's injured at the moment, so Boyd's probably that number one guy. He's dominated Dodson. He's dominated Heath. He's dominated everyone. He needs to be locked in as flex or your R3. So Harry Boyd, absolute lock. And with that, that is going to do it. Don't forget to join the Breakevens League, 266136. Once again, 266136 to join. Find me on X at BreakevensPod and on Facebook, the Breakevens. We're back again tomorrow for another Supercoach video daily, all the way to round one. Subscribe to the channel. And until tomorrow, it's bye for now.